and we are talking about self-judgment. How to break the pattern of self-judgment. What do we love about self-judgment? According to me, self-judgment is a disease. Yeah, because we are eaten up with a bug where whatever we do, we are judging ourselves non-stop. We actually rectify so many things, but then we feel proud that little I criticize. Like we love criticizing ourselves and others because you can only give others what you are good at. So that's what it is. Hi, Sarita. So we are talking about self-judgment. So underlining need of self-judgment is somewhere we feel that we are not good enough, that we need to prove. When we have to prove someone or something about it, that's the reason we judge ourselves. And half of the time we judge ourselves because we don't want anybody else to judge. So as a preventive measure, might as well judge me beforehand so that when I go out, people don't judge me. But is it really healthy? It is. Does it really help? I wonder if anybody say yes. I doubt, because it's only what it's doing. It's putting your morale down, it's putting your self-esteem down, self-worth down, and we are in constant judgment. Am I good enough? Am I looking good? How is my judgment about my own self helping me? It's not helping me any which ways. And now the month of December, wow, party time! Everybody will need to party, and we will all have lots of fun. But are we really partying? Or a self-judgment meter is just going higher and higher day by day. Oh my God, 31st is coming close. I have not lose weight. I don't have a proper clothes to wear. What people will think, I only wear these kind of a clothes. Or everybody's going partying. Where am I? Why am I not going for party? So there's so many questions, there's so many thoughts that will pop in the universe because we'll see others doing and we get into our self-judgment. Oh my God, I could not even do this much. By the end of the year's coming, my success, I am a failure. I could not make so much crores money, or it's like my agenda, the goal last year was that I lose weight and I've not lost weight and something or the other. But were these goals, were these targets to put ourselves down or motivate us? But we use it as a counter, as a putting our morale down somewhere. What's the value? Because the whole underlining is the comparison. Judgment is just a comparison meter that we have, that we want to see whether we are ahead of somebody or below, or where are we in the race of life. What if there's no race? Because none of us know where the race started for each one of us. So my tool that it's nice if you could play around, will be like, what's the value of self-judging? What do I love about self-judgment so much that I keep criticizing myself? See, when you do this, you stop that ranting of the self-judgment, you get present to. This is what I desire. If no, I can change it. But if you just think that, yes, by judging yourself, judging your creation, judging everything, what will happen if you fail? What will happen if people laugh at you? It's their perspective, because none of us can fit their bill unless they choose us. But the irony is, we keep on pleasing one fine day that they will see that I am beautiful or I'm good enough. But for what? If you don't trust and believe yourself, no one ever will. So what's the value of criticizing yourself? What's the value of playing under? You have a different fashion sense and they don't have, they may not appreciate. But that doesn't make you wrong or your fashion sense bad about it. What if you didn't succeed in something you ought out? Why are you judging it? Why are you not being present and asking, okay, what's right about this? If I had a deadline, if I have a target, what was right about for me not achieving it? You will get very present to what are the reasons. But when you're judging it, you're just making yourself wrong and up for another failure, believe me. Because you have already underlining belief that you're not good enough and you'll never be good enough. What you are good enough the way you are right now? Because that's a gift that you are. What if you don't need any fixing? So that at least you will not invite people who want to fix you. Otherwise, we keep inviting, because if I have a consideration that I need fixing, I'll feel, if I go out, I meet 10 people who will give me 10 advice how I should fix myself. What if it is you're good the way you are? Why you have to put yourself down all the time and say, so I don't do it? It's like any statement when you see and actually be present. How much do you judge yourself in the whole day? We don't ask, do we desire that? Because the other person may be desiring something. That's the reason they're putting that effort. And every time we want to put an effort, after 2 days, we give it up and we judge, oh my God, I can't continue even a routine. But we fail to ask a simple question: truth, do I really desire or do I fantasy it? If you fantasize is just hopes and dreams. And it will always be in hopes and dreams that one fine day I'll get to doing something. But what about really being true to yourself? Oh, I didn't desire, so I didn't do it. It's okay. It's okay. Who we are running after perfectionism, but the whole idea is, who decide what is perfect? I don't think so. There's a ground rule. It changes from person to person. Person who can't do anything and meet the other person, and if they can do something which is level 3, they'll say, oh, you're perfect. So there will always be hierarchy or something where people will say they are perfect or they're not perfect. But who decides? And why punish ourselves with this harsh judgment all the time? Where you're judging yourself, why you're even born? Just because you don't have clarity what you want to achieve in life doesn't mean that you will judge yourself, your own existence. How is it? It's like self-judgment becomes those vitamin pills that we keep giving ourselves with the hope that one day, one fine day, will become better and better. Does it really make us feel better, or it makes the situation even worse? Personally speaking, I have judged myself left, right, center, and I still do at times. I will confess it. But I'm being present when I'm doing it so that I'm not stretching it and I can change it. I think from I was 50% there and now down to say 7, 8%. Yeah. But I'll not judge myself. Oh my God, I'm still judging myself. At least I'm aware that I'm judging and okay, I'm being present. What is the underlining? It's like if you ask yourself and get just for one day, say today I'm committing to my life that I will not judge myself just for today, and see how your day goes by. I promise you'll be more happy. You'll be more constructive to whatever you're doing because then judgment is out of the way. Otherwise, you keep thinking in your mind, am I doing it right? Will I do it proper? How is it going to pan out? Will people like it? People will not like it. I spend all my energy doing that, and result is guilt. It's really nothing. What if I can just do for the fun of it? Okay, fine, I'm not perfect yet. I'm not, but it's okay. I'll have fun. How much the December holidays will be all about fun and not judging that am I looking good than the other person, what the person is looking, do I fit her? Will she be my friend? Or will I get a girlfriend? Will I get laid? Will I get a deal? How much of a judgment even interacting with people? What Hi Malvika. It's so much. What's the value? By the end of the day, what's the value? Are you valuing yourself for who you be? Because if you valued yourself enough and if you treated yourself like a gift, believe me, trust me, none of us would have judged. So, what is the bottom line? We are not a gift. We don't value ourselves. We don't value our worth. That's the reason we are judging. Some people will judge in every parameter, some people will judge in few. But the whole idea is, and what are we thriving? What example are we setting? Oh, please judge me because I judge myself all the time. And that's the reason we invite people and then we get irritated. Why the hell? What she thinks of herself, what he thinks of herself. It is just that. So, my question to you, if anybody would like to put out, on what areas do you judge yourself and why? If we can change that, let's change it. I'm game if anybody is. Otherwise, I can go on. It's such a lovely topic, which is so predominant in everybody's life in some degree. Then we start comparing notes with children also. Oh, my children is this. Again, a judgment. Why a comparison? I really don't understand. Each one of us is so different. The way we'll act, the way we'll react, the way we'll eat, the way we'll dress, the way we'll walk, the way we'll handle situation is so different because each one of us are so different. So why do we need to compare and judge? Do I fit the scheme? Do I at least get 50% out of it? I don't see any value in it, but we do it. So my personal suggestion is be present and honest. What is the desire? What is the need of proving that we are perfect? Because if we don't need to prove that we are perfect, I think judgment will take a bottom seat. It will not come. But there's a desire to prove. And when the proving comes, that means we don't believe that we have that in us. That's the reason we need to prove the world. So where is it coming from? Whom are we mimicking? And everywhere we mimicked other people's reality and thought this is the right way of doing. I think, I'm sorry, if you look, and whoever you're mimicking, be present and watch out their life. Are they really happy, or are they struggling to prove themselves left, right, center? Would you like to have that kind of a life where you, before speaking, you need to think twice? Will I get it right? What you're having, just life can be just about fun and not about a constant torture of putting across right or coming up across right or maintaining that image, a persona. And for that, I need to be cutting, criticizing me all the time. Oh my God, look how fat I've become. What not? Sarita is saying constant reminder. See, everywhere we decide that we need a constant reminder, that somewhere we think that there's a problem. What if there's nothing a problem in our life? Few people are forgetful. What if it's not a problem? Just because we are not alike. So why do we need a constant reminder? Because it's a judgment, and we judging ourselves. So before people correct me, let me correct myself. Let them correct them if that's their hobby. It has actually become a hobby, and that's the reason we are criticizing our kids also. Constant judging, you're not doing it right, you're not doing it wrong, and what lands up? The same thing. We spend so much of time on other thing. I think if we just ask ourselves and be present, what is it? Because it's really a disease, and it's eating us from inside. That leads to depression, that leads to anxiety, that leads to fear, and it's nothing. It just starts from self-judgment. The moment you feel that you're not good enough, you're not worthy, you're not lovable, you're not gift, that's the reason I need to prove myself in every area, and that's the reason I need to judge myself to make it perfect. Because, from whose eyes? From people's eye. But aren't all of us so different in our desires? So how do we decide that that person's criteria is good and somebody else's criteria is bad? It's just a choice. So depending upon this Christmas, what choice, this holiday season, what choice are you giving? Are you giving a choice of not judging yourself? Or are you going to fight so hard judging you that people say, oh my God, you have really put in effort, you're looking so good? Are these compliments so important, so relative that we will do anything just for those two lines from people, where we crush ourselves? We may take antidepressant, we may go and under the knife, we can go and do anything and everything just for that two words from people who don't even mean it. It's where they really don't mean it. We all know, like, how many times we have complimented people where we just want to start a conversation or need to say something. It's really a choice. So I will leave you with this 2 3 tools, with thanks to Access Consciousness. It's such a beautiful tools, and there's nothing, it's just a question which makes you to the get you present, which doesn't let you go into the mind rutting and criticizing. Just ask, okay, what do I love about self-judgment? What do I hate about myself so much that I need to prove to the entire world that I'm so good enough? Because if you don't believe in it, you're in for a trouble, because you'll have to keep proving throughout your life. When do we stop judging them? I guess never. So it's completely a choice. And if you think that yes, you've got in a situation which is not working, then ask what's right about this. And do I truly desire to have this? Because how many times we judge ourselves for not achieving something. And then if you just get present and ask, do I really desire? Or it was just hopes and fantasies. 90% is hopes and fantasies, because the thing you truly desire, you get there. You don't judge yourself, you get into action and you get it and you do it. But because we are judging it because of our hopes and fantasies, we are not being honest also. Hi Ranidi, we are not being honest. So how about being honest? Just having that conversation, okay, fine. These are the areas that I judge myself. Okay, fine. What's the value of me doing it? And if I'm looking for the changes, do I truly desire the change? Am I interested or am I committed? If you're committed, you will change it. But if you're interested, you'll be judging, and just make yourself feel even more horrible. And you're seeing yourself from whose lens? In every area of your life. What if you don't have to see yourself from anybody else's lenses? Because everybody else's lenses depend on the choice they have, the desire from where they're coming. If I'm a student who already gets 70 and you show me a paper with a 30 marks, I'll be like, boss, you need to work more. What if you don't? Because I don't know, from 0 to 30, you have made your way. So I will be there on the judgment that you're not doing it enough. What if you're actually doing a lot? Will you acknowledge yourself? But rather than acknowledging, we judge ourselves. Because I think maybe we've been set to believe that if we see our weakness and we criticize or we work on our weakness, we'll become better. What if, for a change, we start looking at our strength and see how greatness follow and how weakness will no longer be there? And if weakness is there in some area, it may be a strength in those weakness can be the strength in some other area. But that only we can see when we give away the lens of self-judgment. So I guess the choice is yours. I was really keen in talking about, because of late I met a lot of people. I did a lot of session where the only topic majority was self-judgment. And because December is coming, so their self-judgment was so high that how they need to fit with the things of life that's happening. People say the pictures are better than mine. I'm not looking good in the picture. And you ask, oh, I had a great time. Why are you judging just for the sake of the picture? No, but people will see that. So how much are we actually judging and not even enjoying our present moment? Because what will people think? My question to you is it that important? You are important or people? You have to decide. You have to choose. Thank you. I think is there any question, or I just say bye? I don't know, because we can't talk. You can type in if you have any question or any habit that you keep doing and you would an insight how to break it. I would love to share that if there is. And hi Bharti, hi Ashmita, hi Rudra. Yeah. Hi guys. So the topic is self-judgment. That I think I spoke a lot, but in case if somebody have any question, anything that they would like to ask, I'm happy to share my insight. I guess none then. Bye. See ya.